Okay guys, so this is KZ AS16 Pro, and inside each IM there are 8 balanced armature drivers. Yep, 8. Right, so in this video I'm going to review this KZ AS16 Pro. Hi guys, my name's Ian. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I do mostly audio product reviews, and if you guys are interested in this type of content, do consider to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell so that you get notified of my future videos. Alright, KZ AS16 Pro is currently retailing for $68 US, and if you guys are interested, do check out the link down in the description below, or you can go directly to kztws.com to check it out yourself. Right, so comes in a box like this. So what I'm going to do is go through the accessories, the specs, the fit and comfort, and of course the sound performance. So this is the box, a very typical box from KZ. Inside does have a plug, as what some of the IEMs comes with as well. Very typical. And on this side you do get some specs. By the way, this IEM comes in 2 colors. It's either black or cyan, which is green, and the one I have is green, which is this one, the cyan. And it comes with mic or no mic. Let's just quickly go through the specs. The frequency response is 20 to 40,000 Hertz, impedance is 18 ohms, and the sensitivity is 114. Okay, so inside the box you do get a user guide and cable. So this is KZ's very typical cable. I think if you have watched some of my KZ other videos, you will see that it's exactly the same cable. 3.5 headphone jack, angled. It comes with Y splitter, okay, plastic Y splitter, and of course the ear hooks. So ear hooks, silicone, and the 2-pin connector is QDC. Okay, so very typical KZ cable. And of course the star tips, right? So this is the starline tips from KZ, but this time it's black. Usually comes in white. Okay, so yeah, this is the translucent white starline tips, but this time round is black. Okay, but it's the same tip, right? So 3 different sizes: small, medium, and large. Right, so let's take a look at the IEM themselves. Yeah, so as I mentioned, inside this IEM there are 8 balanced armature drivers, 2 for the low, which is the bass, 2 for the mids, and 4 for the highs, which is the treble. Okay, the faceplate is made of plastic. It's got this nice little window here. You can actually see the inside. It's like you know, those tinted windows. Yeah, something like that. It's made of plastic. It's like beveled, and you can actually see the driver in there if you look carefully. The faceplate, I think, is made of a bit of metal on the side. I'm not too sure. On the inside is resin, so plastic, right? And it's semi-transparent, so you can actually see the driver as well. This is the 2 big drivers for the bass, and I think the smaller ones are on this side. Okay, smaller ones on here, and the 2 for the mids somewhere inside. I'm not too sure where. Okay, and 2-pin connector up here. It's a huge IM. It's huge, right? There's no fin on this side, and the nozzle is made of brass with a paper filter, so it's a pretty wide bore nozzle. Right, so fit and comfort, I would say this doesn't really fit my ear in a way. I mean, it fits on the outside, but in terms of the insertion, this nozzle is a little bit too long for my ear, and the angle of it as well. So this angle doesn't really go into my ear all the way, but it can't go all the way because it's a little bit too long, and I think my ears are a little bit too shallow. So yeah, so I cannot push it all the way in, but if I push it like semi in, then it will start to wobble. Right, so it doesn't go all the way in, and it wobbles a little bit. It doesn't hurt my ear though, and also on the part here, at the back part here, it doesn't rest on the back of my ear, and it doesn't give me any physical fatigue, no pain while wearing this, so that's a good thing. But it's just that, you know, I get to lose my seal when it wobbles, or when I'm walking. Yeah, it comes off, and it's a hassle for me to take it out, put it back in again. Right, so that's for the fit. So for now, let's talk about the sound performance, and let me take out my graph. Okay, guys, so as you can see, I've measured these AS16 Pros, and man, can I say that this has got a very good sound? Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Yes, it produces very good sound. Now let's talk about the technicalities of these IMs. They are full balanced armature IMs, and this is my first full balanced armature IMs. I've never had a full balanced armature IM, and this is an eye opener for me, or ear opener. Okay, and it sounds really good, right? The technicalities on this, oh my god, the detail retrieval, the details on this is fantastic, right? It's so clear, it's so resolute, the resolution is so nice, and the clarity is just top notch. Okay, for balanced amateurs, I think that is their signature, right? They are clear, they're good, they're fast. It's a fast driver. I mean, there's no flex, there's nothing. It's so good. And yeah, soundstage is wide, really wide, and the stage is so deep, it's so tall, it's so how to explain? The layering is so good. The separation of the sound, it's not just from front to back, it's side to side, from the left and the right channel is so nicely separated. The instruments on the right stays on the right, my right, your left. So yeah, instruments on the right stays on the right, instruments on the left stays on the left. They don't mix, they don't, oh, how to explain it? It's so nicely placed out, so nicely imaged. You can really identify the location of that instrument, and not only that, the background instruments are also positioned. Just imagine that. It's that detailed, right? Very, very nice soundstage, very good imaging, and the detail retrieval is fantastic, right? So as you can hear, technicalities for these 8 balanced armature per IM AS16 Pro is just phenomenal. Okay, now let's talk about the sound signature, which is this, right? So this is what I measured, right? And they sound good, fantastic, right? Let's talk about the sub bass. Now for sub bass, especially for balanced armatures, the difference between the sound and the tone and the timbre of a balanced armature of the sub bass as compared to a dynamic driver, they sound a little bit thin and dry and lean. But for these, it's none of that, right? They don't sound dry, they don't sound lean, and in fact, they sound warm, right? So the sub bass sounds really nice and warm. It's got that note weight as well. It's not light, it's not lean, it's got nice warm weighted sub bass. The rumble is nice and textured. They've got texture to that rumble. So nice, right? It's my first time listening to an all BA IM, but I've of course heard it, auditioned it somewhere. I think it's in the CanJam Singapore, but yeah, but that was a very brief experience with full BA IMs. But yeah, on these, the sub bass is really nice, well controlled, good extension. The extension is just perfect, and the sound reproduction of that rumble is just perfect. Everything sounds perfect. It's just that it's got that warmness and that weight to that rumble. Okay, mid bass is thumpy, right? It's impactful, it's got that control as well. It's really fast mid bass. The repetition of the kick drums is so precise. It's really on a different level as compared to dynamic drivers, where you get that reflex and that delay and that slowness of the driver. But on these, no problem, right? It just goes, it just hits. Very nice mid bass on these AS16 Pros. Now the mids, I would say is very forward. It's I would say, in your face type of forwardness. They're so clear, so clean, so precise. Okay, the pianos, they've got that texture there. At the same time, they are really forward. They are in your face type of presence. Okay, they've got very good presence. So let me just show, maybe not here, but upper mids and the lower mids. Take a look at the lower mids. That gain there, it's so good, right? And up to the upper mids, it's that gain is just phenomenal. All right, so looking at that gain comparing to other IEMs, it's really in your face. All right, it's forward. Okay, it may sound a little bit too intimidating for some, right? But for me, I like it. It's right in my face. I like instruments right in my face. I can hear the detail. I can pick up the clarity. I can pick up all the small little sound, even the background clapping of the audience. Everything is so crystal clear, especially for instruments. For male vocals, let's talk about vocals. Male vocals, they've got nice tone and timbre, got nice texture as well, weighted as well, got nice, I wouldn't say heavy note weight. In fact, the tonality of this is natural. It's natural sounding. It's not neutral. It's not dry. It's natural sounding. It's got nice note weight to it and sounds a bit warm, right? So male vocals have that authority in the mix, and it's really in your face, right? Really in your face type of authority. The male vocals does occupy the center stage, and then of course you've got your instruments that spaces out throughout the frequency. So male vocals, I would say, is authoritative, right? For female vocals, man, they sparkle. They have that brightness. They bring that energy. At the same time, they bring that clariness to their track. They're so clear. You know, they sound so forward. Some may find it harsh. Okay, they are not sibilant. They don't sound shouty. They are not what I say, honky. Yeah, they are not honky, but they are harsh. They are right in your face type of presentation. So female vocals, they have got that energy. It's very clean energy as well. Okay, clean energy brings to the mix is so clear and a bit harsh. Okay, I would say. So very harsh, very clean, very clear, right? And it's got nice tone and that note weight as well. Treble. Okay, so treble is where I say it saved this entire frequency itself. From the 3K all the way to the 8K, this dip or this double dip here, I would say it's a very, very smart tuning for KZ. What they did was they dipped the presence or the upper mids, right? So it doesn't sound honky or sibilant, right? From the upper mids, somewhere around the 3K, it dipped down, went to the presence, and they shoot it up again, right? So as you can see, they shot up the presence, so it does have that presence in the mix, in the track itself, and then they dipped it down again. So I would say this tuning here does make the IEM not shouty, not honky, and not sibilant. Okay, at the same time, it does sound a little bit darkish, right? The treble does sound a little bit darkish, but it's not. It's got that brightness up here. Okay, so I would say this part here in terms of treble is a good move, right? And it sounds clear, very clean treble, very precise treble. Cymbal strikes, they've got that nice natural tone to it. The roll off is a little bit short. Okay, the roll off is a little bit short, not a very natural roll off for the cymbal strikes and the hi-hats, but you can hear that it's crystal clean type of hi-hats, right? Very, very nice. Okay, so that's my overall impression of this AS16 Pro. And do I recommend this? It's $68 US. And if you guys are interested, do check out the link down in the description below, or you can check out KZ's website, which is the kztws.com. Yeah, so do I recommend this? I do recommend for those who who really like critical listening, classical, jazz, rock, not so much rock, vocals, right? Yeah, vocals. They sound really great on these. Pop songs, yeah. Drum and bass, very good. Heavy metal is okay. Heavy metal is all right, right? But yeah, it's best for classical, jazz, vocals, female vocals, a bit of male vocals as well. But for $68, oh my god, the clarity and the details that these will bring to you is just fantastic. Okay, so that concludes my overall impression of the KZ AS16 Pro, and I hope you guys learned something from this video, or enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, do consider to give this video a thumbs up, and also please subscribe to my channel. Right, so that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.